All right. Um, since Nagman is not around yet, I guess I'll host it. Welcome to the episode of Inside the Zano-Verse. Today, we'll discussing um, some topics like the latest updates to the wallet, like the ACID creation tool, and as well as the release of Zano Trade and Zano Companion. And so, all right, Ravajak, could you give us some updates on what happened with the latest wallet update?
Of course, yeah. This is basically going to be the dev update, and since we do not have our host together with us, can you guys hear me?
Yes,
Yes.
yes, we can.
All right, perfect. So, well, over the over the last couple of months, we've been mostly focusing on the confidential layer and confidential assets and all things to do with the confidential assets and tools. And most important one was the asset creation tool. We've seen a lot of confusion with the decimal points since the initial release because, well, it is confusion and it was mostly designed for default value for Zano, which is 12, and people kept creating with the different various numbers, and that was a lot. So one of the major things we introduced over the last couple of months is the asset creation tool built in the desktop wallet. And to fit the same scheme, we also updated the mobile wallets for both iOS and Android, and we also implemented the confidential asset support in the extensions on a companion. I don't know if you have had time to try it yet, but we got our own extension and it works with the web applications such as Zano Trade and upcoming confidential layer breach and all other application in the Zana ecosystem.
All right. Yeah, the Zano Trade is really exciting, but I think it will get the most usage when confidential layer launches. So, how about an update on that one? How is it going?
Well, it's a process. I mean, we already have a testnet breach going on. You could actually try to do it yourself. You can now transfer the confidential asset, which is called CT. It's a testnet token. It doesn't represent any real value, but it's the token based of Sana blockchain, and you can transfer it to Ethereum, Sepolia testnet, and also Arbitrum Sepolia and Polygon Amoy. And there's a web application available at bridge@confidentiallayer.com, and everyone is welcome to try it. Apart from that, the Zana trade experience so far was a little bit clunky because we didn't have the proper like the notifications pop up. You really had to watch and know what you are doing, but we are working on that, and the upcoming update will include the proper notifications. So the web application will let you know if your offer is being accepted and you need to do something on your end. So we are getting there, and we'll try to make the experience somewhat user friendly. It's not going to be like people used to in the Ethereum DeFi world because it's privacy. It has certain drawbacks, but we'll do our best to make it usable and still preserve the privacy.
All right, awesome. Awesome. Yeah. I think when confidential layers breach launches, the synergy that will happen between Sano and the Ethereum ecosystem, for example, I mean, will be great because people from other blockchains will be able to access the privacy that we have on Sano. And do you guys have any updates on Cake Wallets and Bitcoin.com integrations?
Yeah. Hi. Yes, we have updates, but it's actually I don't have any good news at this point. Unfortunately, the person that we hired for integration uh, broke the deadlines a few times, so we decided to switch developer and we started to work with other one. And hopefully it's going to be finished really soon. The really sad part is that it's been such a big work done on it, and the last part, which is actually required very specific knowledge, it's knowledge of a native development and mobile development. And basically, in Key-Quality, what is left is just to implement iOS building scripts for the Key-Quality integration. And I'm really frustrated that it takes so much time. I just don't want to do it myself at this point because I'm trying to separate myself from a low-level task like this. And this is really frustrating. And I honestly was really disappointed at the when I was trying to work with Upwork late like last month. New ChatGPT converted or transformed Upwork into something that is really hard to work with these days. I mean, if someone was working at Upwork with Upwork before. It's a really big platform for hiring freelancers in a very wide range of professionals. And it was very helpful before. It was very really usable. You can easily find a person with good skills there. But now it's turned it into something very different. And everybody use automatically generated AI messages, and they all apply for the job. And then they never gonna reply anything, or if they speak little bit, chat little bit, they not gonna start the contract. So it's became waste of time. I mean, I've been using Upwork for like 7 or 8, I think 8 years for outsourced different professionals, and I really like it before. But these days became really hard. And yeah, all these things made me really frustrated because I wasted so much time, and it's very, very small task that we need to finish, and uh, we just getting really bad experience with the different people. I hope we're gonna finish it really soon because it's really left really a little piece left to get the integration done. Basically, for Bitcoin.com, we need the team from Bitcoin.com requested us to provide them like a platform specific wrapper for the library. So we have a native library which is open source and everybody can build it. It's a C++ library. Basically, I don't see a problem why would anyone have a difficulties to integrate this. But they put special requirements. They wanted to have this library wrap it into Android for one specific way and for iOS in the other specific ways with some iOS specific form. I think it was a Swift package manager or something like this. So we already done with the iOS, and we just getting difficulties to find the proper person who will properly implement this integration, like not even integration, just a little wrapper for the native library. Yeah, so yeah, basically it was having very negative experience lately with making this thing done. And I feel that even I have one bad attempt, I will do it myself. Just sit and do it myself. Spend like few days, but just get it done. That's how things going on with Cake Wallet and Bitcoin.com integration.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, the modern internet, like, just so full of, we see it on Discord all the time and Telegram. It's just the bots and the people just not even bots, just people doing like low effort stuff. But like they put effort to do low effort stuff. Like it's incredible. But maybe as the Sana community grows, we will get more developers, more people that we can trust, and more people that we can reward, like with the
Yeah,
Zano
yeah,
grant, with the bounty system, and then we can, just get more contributors going on. I think that's
yeah. That
will be
would be
a
great.
good objective.
Yeah, that's
Yes.
exactly the plan. The most annoying part, I think, what Andrew was trying to say is that if you try to do something and you do not deliver, but you take some time, that's the worst because the job itself could be done in a couple of days. But since we outsource it, we wait for them to finish it and it takes weeks. This is probably the most annoying part, but it's going to be fine. We'll get over it.
Yeah.
All right. Yes. And do you guys have any insights into the TechPay integration?
Oh,
Have you guys been working with it?
we don't have insight, but we've seen it happening. I don't know if you guys know what DeepPay is. It's a WhatsApp based wallet, kind of like Telegram did the couple of months back. It's a bot that could send transfer through WhatsApp messages, and they are really eager to implement Zano, which is a cool thing. And we had the influx of users coming up from TickPay, and I don't really know what's the timeline for the integration, but we are always happy to support new people coming to the privacy ecosystem.
Yeah, I'd love to see more things being built even outside the official Sano team, because at the end, Sano is a platform, so uh, third parties are more than welcome to build here, of course.
Yeah, absolutely. That was always the goal for us to provide the protocol level more than just build a coin. I think we discussed it on one of the previous spaces that we don't see Zano as the project that will always be just few of us doing our own thing. We want people to start building on Zano. So we are happy to see it's finally happening.
Yes, yes, yes. And with the new with the new tools for builders that you guys released just a few days ago, can you tell us a bit more on that?
Well, it's not exactly new tools we released. It's the same set of tools we had forever, but we really spent a lot of time to straighten out our documentation, write everything, create all kinds of guides and libraries. One of the libraries Andre mentioned before, it's our crypto native library for iOS and Android. We also just a few days ago, we released the Web3 library that supports interaction with Zeno Companion, our browser extension, and also facilitates the communication with the server wallets. Also focused on the web app developers mostly, and you can basically interact with it like with MetaMask. It has all methods you need to implement it in your website.
All right. Yeah, it sounds like an exciting ecosystem will come to Sano. Um, both the third parties and the Sano team themselves. So, how about we go with some new roadmap items? Can you tell us, maybe Soyber is better for this? Can you tell us about the consensus upgrade that's coming to Sano?
Uh, yeah, I can tell you. Um, I think I didn't publish the paper yet. I mean, it's not a big paper, it's just a few pager. Yeah, I've been working on this during last few months, and I uh, wrote the paper. Basically, I described the proposal that was in my mind, and just before the publishing it, I just wanted to get the few feedbacks of few of my colleagues who has a proper background for consensus reviewing. Just just to make sure I didn't publish something very stupid and foolish. So I'm still waiting for a feedback of the last team that I wanted to get before we publish it. It's the little team that works in the university where I graduated like ages ago. They we discovered that we recently discovered that they have a pretty interesting team there. That's part of academic team related to my university. They actually very good in the blockchain and the cryptography, but it's actually a cryptography department where I graduated from like ages ago, like I think it was 20 years ago. Yeah, and they really good at this right now, and I just. I sent them the papers and the materials a week ago, and for now they said that they still investigating everything and they trying to build some metrics to like to make estimates about the potential cost of double spend attack on the new algorithm, and if just to double check and make sure that I didn't again that I didn't fool myself into believing that I invented something really cool, which maybe not. So as soon as I get the numbers and see that the cost of attack against the new algorithm is something that I'm satisfied with, I'm gonna publish the paper. We also ask someone to review it, maybe publicly, to just make sure finally, because it's quite a tricky improvement. And if everything is good, we're gonna do it. It's not actually from technical perspective, it's not that much work. It's just changing few changes in the fork choice rule and also few changes in the uh, like in accessing data that use it in creating the stake validator. Just it. So yeah, basically, like long story short, we're getting there, but I'm not rushing with this. I think we're gonna have 1 or 2 months before I start to put these ideas into code. So I think the actual upgrade will be um, November, December, probably something like this. But that's gonna be really good. I believe I really like it so far. Nobody proved that I'm wrong, and so far it looks very, very good. That's it.
Maybe that's not it. Maybe you can explain to the people who are not familiar with the consensus why is it important at all? Like what does it mean for Zano?
Yeah, sure. Basically, every consensus algorithm has a cost of double spend attack. Uh, uh, if we speak about classical proof of work Nakamoto consensus, or if you speak about proof of stake, or if you speak about hybrid, all these all consensus algorithms, all that have a cost of attack, and also it's very tricky. You have to consider different situation, different tools that potential attacker may use, and at this point we have a potential it's not a weakness, but it's not that good as it could be. I describe it in our paper, in Zana paper. If you read the uh, um, if, I don't remember exactly which chapter this, but it's after explaining how proof of stake works, there is a little not little, but there is a afterwards that explain that there is a theoretical attack possible by multiplying proof of work hash power and converting it into proof of stake. So it's like people with a big proof of work uh, hash rate can use it as a leverage to create like emulate proof of stake power. And to the current fork choice rule that we have, which is not really, I don't know how to explain it in English without graphics, but you have a curve. We have a curve also on the paper, which describe the potential cost of attack. And this curve is not really bounded, so it's good, but it could be better. And we come up with a better formula, better curves, which creates really, really, I don't know how, very exponential law. So, for example, if we have a point of split somewhere and we want to change it against using proof of work leverage or proof of stake leverage, this algorithm will really hard resist really hard to this change of the balance proof of work or proof of stake by basically an exponential law. So if you want to make take over with proof of work and against proof of stake, for example, if you have like a 5% of proof of stake only, you would need like impossible amount of proof of work hash rate. This is what we're trying to achieve. But I couldn't use this fork choice rule before, because if we use this, then this proof of work, uh, proof of stake multiplication over proof of work attack could be used. So I was trying to find the way how to fix this, how to make this multiplication impossible. So basically, this is solution that I was working on, and hopefully it's gonna be good enough, and we included that's it. So basically, this consensus improvement is mostly about uh, uh, making something that will not let people to use proof of stake multiplication via proof of work. That's the basic idea. And as soon as it confirm it is legit, then we changing the fork choice rule with this more curvy formula, and then we are like in a very I believe we're gonna be in a very good position from consensus perspective.
All right, it does sound really exciting, but of course we always have to verify this kind of stuff. But yeah, it's so exciting. So basically, this algorithm will like force an attacker to have more or less equal part of both proof of work and proof of stake. So that will make the attack a lot more costlier.
Yeah, exactly. Basically, as all, I mean, as I believe everybody would agree that proof of stake is the rest is very limited, and that's the point why we are using proof of stake. That these resources are limited and hardly bonded with the project. So, uh, in for attacker, it's not possible to get 50% of the staking power. It's just not possible. If I mean, if there is a project where it's possible, or people who own 50% of the coin will participate in attack, that's I don't know what kind of project is this. I believe it's not related to Zana in any way. So, in the practical meanings, that even even getting like a percent, like a 10, 5, or even 2% of the whole supply is actually very, very expensive, absolutely expensive. So uh, the thing is that proof of stake part, uh, it's something, it's not a constant, but it's something that it's given, that attacker most likely will try to do manipulations by using proof of work. And the proof of stake is something, and the hash power of proof of stake is something that's relatively constant. We or normally we have the same amount of, I mean, uh, in a in a time, if we speak in a time span of attacker, it's like days or weeks. We have a quite same supply, and we have a quite the same hash power of the staking power, right? And we're assuming that if someone will be trying to change something, So at the split point where he started the attack, he will be trying to change the balance of proof of work and proof of stake. And from that perspective, we're creating algorithms that will be maximum resistant to this. So we create this resistance to changing the balance of proof of work and proof of stake because we believe that proof of stake is something that is not supposed to grow or decline, right? In a normal, or I mean, if we're assuming that we are not, no one broke our proof of stake. There is no grinding attack or something like this. I mean, if there is a grinding attack discovered, then I mean, then it's really bad situation, right? But it's not about consensus anymore. It's just a grinding attack, and it's we actually have a protection against this, like a plan B, which I can speak about maybe later, not now. But yeah, the general idea is that the proof of stake part of the staking power, the hash power, is something like a very stable. And by using this, we can create this consensus that will be resisting to changes of proof of work and will not follow the proof of work not fluctuations, but emerging or something like that. That's it.
All right, all right. Yeah, yeah, I agree, Ted. Getting a hold of proof of stake power is way harder than getting proof of work power. So the more we make Sano rely on proof of stake security, the better, of course. All right, let's continue with the next item of the roadmap, and there are quite many of them. So this is exciting. So, Rabaja, can you tell us about the upcoming dynamic fee?
That's actually another Andre question. This is not my domain,
Oh,
really.
okay. Okay. Let's go. So, for those that don't know, Sano right now has a fixed fee. So, no matter the network condition, then the Sano stays the same, the Sano fee. But yeah. So let's go somewhere.
Yeah, I think we already discussed it. I explained it. It's very simple. That we just want we're just building something that very similar to other projects that use dynamic fee. Just like this. In a perfect world, we would be having something like EVM networks are using at this moment, but not the gas because we don't do EVM, but something very similar that we have to build a system that will dynamically adapt to network condition. And if we have a high transaction demand and it's will be close to network capacity, we have to create this fee barrier so people won't be sending that much transactions and to create some equilibrium, basically. Just this.
All right. So yeah,
I
I
mean, do I
guess.
need to go into technical details or
I think
maybe
we're
I
good.
think it's enough
Yeah, I think
technical
it's all right.
details.
I mean, the only thing I think worth mentioning over the last 2 points you just glanced over, that it's all connected to Zana being eventually deflationary because we are burning the fees, and consensus upgrade would eventually allow us to maybe lower the block reward. So it's all like parts of the system moving together towards the goal to make our main asset deflationary.
Yeah. Um, yeah. So remember that all fees are burned in Sano 100%. So the faster we get the dynamic fee implementation going, uh, the more we'll be able to see how much Sano is burned depending on network activity. So, who's working on the upcoming Light Wallet?
Well, it's not exactly being worked on as of now. It's it's an item on the roadmap, and we'll get to it once we're done with the current tasks. But I can tell you how exactly it's going to work. It would be the desktop version of the mobile wallet that will keep keys on your machine as always, but will use the remote node to connect to the blockchain. So you wouldn't have to sync it for hours like you do right now. So that's the main goal of it, and this is what we have planned.
All right, and will this include remote syncing, remote scanning? Sorry.
What do you mean by remote scanning?
Like like right now, even in the mobile wallet, you still need to wait for your balance to be scanned. That takes some time. Um, I know that in Monero there are some wallet implementations where you can offload that that task to a more powerful device. Is that something being worked on?
I don't think so. I don't think there is a device more powerful than your PC, and we don't really like the idea of doing it on a remote server. We would prefer to keep it on a user-controlled machine, all the key management.
Yeah. I meant from offloading the scanning from your mobile phone to your own PC.
You mean connect your mobile phone to PC? That's
Yes.
not something I thought of, but maybe it could be done if it's something useful.
So what is it
Yeah.
Monero
I'm
have?
sure.
They have a running wallet somewhere, and then you have a mobile application that read all this data from this remote wallet.
Yes.
Like a proxy.
Yes.
Well, basically, Zano Companion extension does the same thing. It serves as a proxy to your desktop wallet. So maybe there is a way to do the mobile application doing the same thing if there's a demand for something like that, which I don't know. It's the first time I hear about the implementation like this, but why not?
All
Yeah,
right. Yeah.
we
I
don't
think
have
that
it.
for
We don't
people.
have it yet.
All right. All right. Um. All right. So, do you guys have any news about the upcoming alias auction?
Well, we will run the auction. And first of all, I think it's important to mention why we are having auction at all. I don't know if you noticed, but you can only register alias 6 characters and above in your wallet. And it's done that way to prevent people squatting because like we are still relatively small project and there are way too few people know about Senna and we don't want all the I'm not gonna call them premium, but shorter aliases taken right away. So we wanted to wait a little bit and introduce some sort of auction that would allow people some time, like a couple of weeks maybe, before they can purchase the short alias and allow others to bet on it meanwhile. And we got the UI for such a thing. I don't know if we need to launch it right now while we are still growing. This is something reserved for the future. Well, we have some action going on and maybe more people onboarded. But yeah, that's the plan.
We also think about how exactly we should do the auction because, um, I mean, from technical perspective, being a privacy coin, it make it a little bit tricky to technically organize it in a way that everybody. So we can basically make it on the based on the trust. So everybody deposit the bets on the some alias, and then we return some bets that which didn't win, or we can, I don't know. It's really tricky how to what would be the best way to like create it in a technical way from like to make it transparent and everybody felt fair. So we're still considering it, and they actually, if anyone has ideas, what would be the right way to create this thing in a privacy coin, we would appreciate input from our community.
Yes, maybe this is something that we can use the Zano governance system in the future. So how is that one going?
Well, same thing, really. For the governance, we have everything prepared, and we could start voting. I mean, even right now, it's already supported on the core level. I don't think we have the questions to put there. Like we do not. Sorry, you meant grants program. This is something different. I was talking about Zana governance,
No,
but
no, I was
those
asking
things.
about the governance.
I think it's
Ah,
about Zano governance.
yeah, because
Yes.
someone corrected me and mentioned it's a ground program. Anyway, those things go together anyway, because we want to launch both relatively at the same time. And for the governance, we already have it implemented. We can have a vote any moment now. The question is, what are we going to vote about? And we wanted to kick it off with the Zano Grants program when we onboard some developers building on Zano, and we could decide the grant allocation or something like that using the voting system we had implemented. And until that happens, I do not really see the application of it, because we are not gonna put our consensus upgrade on a vote or something like that. And the roadmap items we have right now is mostly technical. So again, this is more of a community question, and we could discuss it and figure out the best way to launch it. But technically, we are prepared.
All right. Yeah. Yes. I think it's a very useful way to get the community's input on something that we ask them for. And I think the Sino grants will be a great application for that, especially as we want to grow the Sino ecosystem outside our official team. I think the Sino grants will be a great opportunity for developers. And all right. Anything else? Is there anything else that you guys want to comment about? Maybe something that you're working on or you plan to?
Well, I think we got all the roadmap items covered. Have we? I don't think anything left really. If there is any questions you guys wanted us to answer, we
I
are.
can
Yeah.
I can add on my side a little bit. There's I mean there I heard and I saw some questions about what's going on from development perspective, and I saw people asking because okay, the Arcanum hard fork happened. What's next? What you guys working on in terms of core development? I just want to let you know that we have a absolutely long, like a huge list of backlog, which consists of implementing more tests, implementing more checks, and it's just a huge backlog of tasks that we didn't do it before the hard fork because like in a perfect world we would better do it before the hard fork just to make sure everything is perfect. But we live in real world, and we have a lot of things happening in background. We just keep making the more tests and make sure that everything is okay. And that's something that is not visible. You don't see like a new features. I mean, you have new features in the UI that other team is working on, and Pavel leading this team and bringing new feature and extension. That's really exciting. But I'm speaking about something also that happens like behind the scene, and that's very important work. Just wanted to let everybody know that we are working on this. It's not that visible as things that you see as a features, but it's really important to have this. Yeah, that's my 5 cents. That's it.
All right. Yes, yes. So very exciting stuff coming to Zano, just all coming together. Remember that, as Robert just said some minutes ago, it's all a system that integrates all this stuff. So if anyone from the community has any questions, just raise your hand and we can put you as a speaker. And anything that you want to know, just ask away. All right, let's see. You can raise your hand or leave it as a comment. But yeah, I guess I think the bounty system will be a great fit for the need for developers inside Zano. Like, we can put a bounty to pay someone for completing an issue on GitHub, or we can set some objectives that people can work on, and based on the results they deliver, we can see if we can want to do further work with them. Because there are plenty of people looking for opportunities, and there's no bigger opportunity than Zano itself and working here. So yeah, hopefully we can solve that. We just need to connect the people. All right, got a few requests for speaking. Let's see if you guys have any questions. All right, Alim, welcome. Please go first.
Hey guys, nice to meet you all. My question was around adoption. There's a fair few places where all blockchains fall down, and one is we had a client asking for recurring payments. Now, they really wanted to collect recurring payments on a blockchain, but I'm not sure how this can be accomplished, whether there's some way to have a recurring payment, a future payment set up using Zano, rather than all being current payments executed at the point of sale. So if you want to break into the subscriptions market, for example, you can say, okay, if I click on this link, it creates 10 equal or 12 equal payments monthly, but I can cancel it anytime. Is that something that's going to be possible in the future?
That's a good question. Thank you for the question. Everything possible in the future, theoretically, practically. I myself personally don't see it now how we can do it, because even theoretically, to have anything like this, you have to have something like virtual machine, and we don't have it for the good reason. We don't have it not because it's hard to make it, because even if we have a virtual machine, it's not clear how virtual machine operate, because we don't have addresses, we don't have balances, we don't basically have anything open from a third-party observer, and for the something that will be executed virtual machine. So short answer, I have no ideas how it can be possible in the future, but let's see. Maybe we come up to something new at some point.
Maybe I can speak to that if I can interrupt briefly.
Sure, yeah.
I think that probably sounds like the sort of thing you would do with the wallet software itself rather than at the protocol level. So for those that didn't notice, the person that just asked that question was Abdul, the CEO of TPay, who's wants to integrate Zano into their wallet where people all over the world can use it. And so if you're having a hosted wallet there, like TPay, where they're holding the crypto for the users, I think it should probably be not too difficult on the wallet side of the software to accept these recurring payments so that people can have subscriptions or do that sort of thing. So I just want to point that out and thank Abdul for being so interested in Zano and joining the call here with one of the very first third-party wallets to I'll be interested in integrating Zeno. So thank you.
Yeah, and I actually saw there's a Monero wallet that automatically pays subscriptions, and so maybe we can look into that because if it works in Monero, it probably can work on Sano as well. So
Is
yeah,
it
this
is it
sounds like
work?
something that could be done.
I believe it working. I mean, as far as I can understand, it works like a scheduled payment, but the payment it's like some script that programmed to make the payments from the wallet. It's not that it's a part of the protocol, or it's a part of the protocol and the part of
No,
technology.
no,
Let's
I
say,
think
uh
it's at the wallet level, and I think that's fine. I mean, the goal is to make it easier for users, and I think it doesn't matter. It's better actually if it happens at the wallet level instead.
Oh yeah,
So
yeah, sure, absolutely. On the wallet level, we can do everything. We can. It's like a more application level. It's on top of Zana. We can do, of course, can do the subscription. Everything could be implemented with a scripting, with authorization and sending transaction. But it's gonna be like a level on top of the protocol. Yeah, of course. But it's
yeah, maybe.
kind of not about Zana itself as a technology. It's about automating the payments which can be applied to basically any payments that is made. Yeah.
Yeah, if someone is interested in this, take a look at the Monero subscriptions wallet on GitHub, and maybe we can adapt that to Sano.
Yeah.
All right, so Sanolist is next to speak. For those who don't know, Sanolist has been making great content for Sano, so thank you for that. And yeah, go on.
Yeah, thank you, everyone. Xenolist is new to the scene, but we've been following Xeno for a while, and we put together a team to really bring this out and do the business development side of Xeno because technologically Xeno is so strong and so awesome and fantastic, but most people don't know anything about it at all. And so we really need to get the word out. And so we're starting out with that is we just announced $1,000 worth of Xeno giveaway. All you have to do is follow our Twitter account or the X account and and then retweet the tweet mentioning that, and we're going to give $100 to 10 different people. That's $1,000 worth of Zeno. Then once we hit that 10,000 followers, and then we'll really start to be a powerhouse in the crypto Twitter sphere or X sphere, whatever we're calling it now. But we need your help, and then we produced really professionally done video promoting Zeno that's over there on our YouTube channel. Or if you head to xenolist.com, it's all there. But basically, we're trying to roll out all the marketing for Zeno so that people can realize that, hey, everybody that's been crypto for a while knows that Monero is awesome, but now we have Monero for tokens, and that's never existed before Zeno. And I think that's a really, really big deal that people are going to be really, really interested in once they know that in like 30 seconds, they can make their own privacy token. And we have tutorial videos for everything over there on YouTube. And like, I want to just invite everybody that's on this call, head on over to zanolist.com, take a look at everything there, take a look at our X feed, and retweet that giveaway feed. And that'll help spread Zeno to more and more people as we work on doing the business development side of things. And if people have suggestions for tools they think are needed in this space, let us know. We have a budget. We're willing to go out there and make things happen. And we're looking to hire a developer. We'd love to fork mymonero.com, which is a web wallet for Monero. We'd love to fork a version of that for Zeno so that people can have an easy to use web wallet as well. So if you only developer that has the right backend for that, we'd be very interested in paying to have that created as well. So that's the end of my rant, but I'm here to help Zeno and help spread this out to the world. So thank you all for being interested too.
Yeah, all right, thank you. Yeah, definitely check out Sanolist. And yeah, I agree. I mean, we already have the technology. We just need to get the word out and get people building. All right. So next up, Overlord. So please go on.
Yeah, yo, Jim, everyone. Jim Zano.
Hello.
Jim Ravage. So my question is, first of all, I'm Overlord, community moderator, content creator, and ambassador for different projects. Okay, so my question is, okay, like in the Web2 space, like as well, there are lots of scams, there are lots of insecurity. So I want to ask them if they have plans ahead in making the world, creating awareness. Despite the bounty system, would like to know if they have plans on making awareness about a project which is on security and confidentiality. Yeah, thanks.
Um, Sorry. So, are you asking about our plans to expand the bounty system? Is that what you're asking? Sorry.
No, not actually the bounty system. I'm trying to know if Zano have plans on making making users on the TL on the crypto space know that yeah, we are there, a blockchain that deals on security and confidentiality. Like yeah, security, yeah.
Oh, so you mean like, yeah, spreading the word about Sano? Yeah, yeah, definitely. We have, yeah, we are expanding our marketing team and plans. We're working with influencers. I mean, that's part also of the bounty system to just reward people for getting the word out, as well as Zanolist is working on that. So yeah, we're putting all that effort because the technology. I mean, it's obviously there's a lot more to come, but the base, like the base stuff, is already here. Like confidential assets are already on Sano. So all we need is to just I agree. All we need is just to get the word out and get people building, and then the users will come for sure.
And if I can jump in again too, like we're literally giving away $1,000 worth of Zano on Twitter. Please go to our Twitter feed, follow us, retweet that, and that'll help grow the ecosystem there. And just build a big platform, but we need you guys' help to bootstrap this. We just got started about a week ago, but we're already on track. But I need your help. Head over to the Zano List Twitter account. Please follow it and retweet that giveaway tweet for us. That'll really help start spreading data.
All right, thank you. You want to go again, Overlord? Sure.
Oh yeah. So another question. I want to ask if Zano have plans on getting on the top tier exchanges, CX. I mean.
So a new listing, listing Sano on Extopia.
Yeah, I mean like yeah, for Zano to get listed on top tier exchanges like Bybit, Binance, you know.
I don't think Binance would accept privacy cryptocurrency at this point, and I don't see us dropping privacy to get listed anywhere. So I think as taxes go, we pretty much kept. We'll try maybe two more, but it's definitely not going to be Binance if that's what you're asking.
Yeah, any exchange already delisted Monero is not going to list Sano, but that's why we're making effort to, build the central exchanges. I know we talked with Serai Dex, which is kind of like a Tor chain, but for privacy coins. So that's going to be really cool, as well as obviously Sano Trade. And so yeah, I think the future is the central exchanges. Central exchanges are nice to have, but they're not a necessity. All right, so we got another question from Aaron, asking about what's status on escrow contracts.
Okay, it seems to be me who will be answering this. Yeah, escrow contracts is very tricky with multi-assets, with a post-Arcanum era, and yeah, we just trying to accumulate enough mental health to deliver the escrow contracts in the multi-assets universe. It's gonna be really hard, and really hard to keep it all working good and without critical bugs. And we just little bit overwhelmed with everything that was happened last month in a post-Arcanum time. That a lot of fixes was was made, and also we still delivering latest versions to mobile application because we had a lot of bugs with mobile application, and we just got rid of most of the bugs, and we just had I thought we had a little break, but yeah, the next one of the next steps will be bringing back scroll contracts because people obviously that's interesting actually because we had a scroll contracts forever in Zano and nobody used this actually. We was wondering, I mean, probably we didn't have enough ecosystem around this, but nobody actually used it ever. And now people asking about this scroll contracts. Okay, we're gonna do it, but if you guys not gonna if it's not gonna be used, it's gonna be very frustrating. Yeah, I think it's gonna be I think it's gonna be uh, I think it's gonna be implemented before the new year or after something like this. This more or less realistic estimate. Probably we will bring it together with the consensus hard fork if we will be on time with everything and if it's going to be tested. That's the plan. Sorry,
Yeah,
I was
it's
complaining a
definitely
little
funny.
bit. Yeah, but yeah, that's
No, don't worry, don't worry. Yeah, it is funny the state of
I mean,
escrow contracts.
I
Uh,
explain why. I explain why. I mean, I was a little bit joking about this, but I explain why. Because to support this escrow contracts, it took so much effort from coding perspective and a lot of bugs. I mean, it's very sophisticated part of the wallet, which is little bit. It's not. It's supposed to be like applicational. I don't know how to say it. It's supposed to be something that should be on top of the application, but the way we have it, it was part of the wallet architecture, and it was a pain for me and Val to maintain this scroll wallets all the time because it's just very sophisticated system with a lot of states because the contract can be in multiple states and there's going to be a lot of different situations. So to have it all in a consistent state, it took just a lot of code base around it. It also took a lot of tests. So it takes a lot of effort to maintain it. And for that reason, I was a little bit frustrated because I was like, not much people using it yet. So, okay, but yeah, we will put it back. Yeah.
yeah, I think the thing with escrow contracts is that they're more like a base thing that makes other stuff work. Like I think escrow contracts will be useful in the marketplace, for example, like Zano-Bazaar, but there isn't any kind of application using the marketplace API yet. So therefore, there's no use for escrow. Or the same thing with Zano-Trade, the peer-to-peer function of Zano-Trade. That will be a great use case for escrows, but there's no Zano-Trade yet, the peer-to-peer part. And I also think that confidential assets will bring a great utility to escrow contracts because one thing is to do an escrow contract denominated in Zano, and another thing is to do it denominated in US dollars. So like some stable coin in the future that will come to Zano, that also will give a lot of utility. So yeah. All right. Saul, go next.
Yeah, I just would like to add a couple of words to the scroll contact thing. Can you hear me? By the way.
Yes.
Yes, we can hear you.
Yeah, I would like to say that for us, for Zano, the privacy aspect is one of the most important thing, and actually we don't feel that it would be good for us to make a trade-off between privacy and simplicity for implementing in bringing back the escrow contracts, because once Zircanum and multi-asset code live in Zano now, we need to change and to adapt all the like contract code to this new thing, and it could be done like relatively fast, but with like limited privacy. But for us, because privacy is very important, we would like to make sure that there is no trade-off, and we can deliver the most privacy for our users and for everything, and for scroll context as well. So that is why it's difficult for us to implement. But we, as Andrew said, we will definitely consider how this could be done.
All right. Okay, another question from I am for am, talking about how easy is it to create a Zano token for a newbie. Well, I recommend you go to the latest to the Zano-List YouTube channel, and they have a video about how to create a Zano confidential asset using the mobile wallet and the newly ACID creation tool, and it's very easy. I mean, in 2 minutes, anyone can create their own token. It will have, all the same privacy features and Zano. So that is really great. All right. Do you want to comment? I think someone raised their hand. It was Wound. All right. Do you want to go next, Wound?
Yeah, hello everyone. Thank you for having me here. I just want to ask a quick question. I've started following this project, I think 3 days ago, and I like the idea of the whole privacy thing. I think it's much needed. But I have a bit of a concern. That's the question like I want to ask, if the privacy includes you know how, for example, soul scan is, where you can see transactions, you can see like the main wallet for a particular token. I'm a meme coin trader, so like for example, you're trading a meme coin, and you can see the activities that the main wallets are doing. That's the wallet of the dev or the team that created the meme coin. So I wanted to ask if this privacy idea also includes like blurring out activities of the major wallet of certain tokens, because I want to believe that people need to see what the main wallet of is created token is doing. For example, so they know when they are scammed, or they will know what is going on exactly. So I want to know if the privacy feature or your privacy theme also includes blurring out activities of main wallets of certain crypto tokens. Thank you.
Thank you for the question. And I think you're basically talking about auditable wallets. So auditable wallets are special kind of wallets that you can create on Zano, where if you share the view seed phrase, anyone can track the movements of that wallet. So the point of privacy is to have control over what you want to reveal. And in Zano, if you want to reveal your transactions, you can do so. And actually, our development fund uses an auditable wallet, and so anyone can just grab the public seed for it, and see all the transactions and how much balance it has. And just verify. And obviously, it will be really useful for confidential assets as well.
Okay, thank you very much.
All right. Now we have a few more questions. 1 second. Any intention to integrate a stablecoin on Zano? And yes, definitely. Confidential layer is working on that actually. So yeah, that will be cool. Is there a one-to-many payment function in Zano Wallet? No, but it will be cool to be able to send to multiple addresses at once.
One-to-many.
Well, actually, yeah, we have that, but
Wow.
unfortunately, sorry.
Yeah. Okay. You speak.
Yeah, we have this function on protocol level, and it was and it is in the simple wallet, the command line interface wallet from the inception. But it's it's understandable that not many people use the command line wallet, and thus we need to support it in GUI wallet and desktop application and maybe mobile application. But it's more interface and more of an interface question, because on protocol level it's not a big deal.
It also has a little limitation regarding the payment ID. So it's when it becomes a little bit tricky, because, for example, you can send for example, if you use API, RPC API, you can send one transaction that has multiple destinations, like even 10 or 20. But the trick is, if you send a regular transaction to regular addresses, that's fine. But if you say regular transaction and to integrated address, it's fine. But if you send and if you point as a different destinations, different integrated addresses, it's not gonna work. This is a limitation at the current state that we have. We're probably gonna fix it in one of the next iterations, because it's not that hard to fix it. But it is what it is now, and technically speaking, it can be done, but we just don't recommend people to do so. It also has some privacy consideration, because we want to have transactions to uniform, to look very similar. So it also, from this perspective, better to have it this way. It's basically in the perfect world, it's one transaction has 2-3 inputs and 2-3 outputs. That would be perfect from privacy perspective. So for multiple reasons, we provide in the user interface very simple form that's only one destination. And we also recommend exchanges to use also simplified API that just use one destination per transaction.
All right. Yeah, it does. Yeah, so it's basically array there. It just needs to be implemented into the graphical wallets. Yeah, it sounds cool. Definitely need it, as well as the selecting all balance to send. That's something being worked on, as far as I'm aware. All right. Do we have any more questions? Just request to speak or post a reply to the tweet. Let's see. Here's Peace of Mind ask about what's the update on the Marketplace API. Rabaja, can you answer that?
Well, I don't really know what kind of update should we provide, because it's been there for a long time and it hasn't been changed. So it's fine, I guess. It's functioning, and you could give it a poke if you want.
Okay. Okay. Yeah. I guess it's just a matter of someone implementing it. Like Exploit is working on Zano-Verse, of course, but anyone can just take on it and build a marketplace with it.
Actually,
yeah.
I do have a template, and I was just asking about it the other day. I'll put it out and release the code for people to try it.
All right. Yeah, that will be cool. All right. Let's see if there's any more questions. All right. Okay. I think that's it. Oh, wait. New comment. No, that is. Okay. All right. So thank you, everyone, for joining in. Sorry if it was a bit sketchy. I was not expecting to host, but okay, I think it was good. So yeah, thank you all, and we'll be closing. See you on the next episode.
Thanks, everyone.